We just got back from Comic-Con weekend and actually got some sleep finally, so I feel more awake.
Much better.
Mama Shiba. He was a bounty from Comic-Con. Coffee bean.
So if anyone's gone, went to Comic-Con, I hope you guys had a good time, and it was pretty crazy. So we just thought we'd go over a book call that the free arcs that they were giving out at Comic-Con, as well as free books. So this will be a Comic-Con book call, and I'm really excited. So we just thought we'd go through what they had there.
And this is going to be part 1 because we got so many books. This will be in 2 parts.
2 parts. So I think the first things we are going to do are the arcs they were giving out. And they also had quite a few young adult panels, too, which I thought was pretty good. So they had a lot of upcoming books that the publishers were speaking about. So we'll go over those. The first one we got is Working Stiff. It's a revivalist novel by Rachel Kane. And this one, Bryn Davis knows working at Fairview Mortuary isn't the most glamorous career choice, but at least it offers stable employment, until she discovers her boss is using a drug that resurrects the clientele as part of an extortion racket. Now Bryn faces being terminated, literally, and with extreme prejudice. With the help of corporate double agent Patrick McAllister, Bryn has a chance to take down the bigger problem, pharmaceutical company Pharmadine, which treats death as an ultimate corporate loyalty program. She'd better do it fast before she becomes a zombie slave, a real working stiff. Should be better off dead. And so again, that's Working Stiff by Rachel Kane.
Sounds
pretty
Resident
cool.
Evil-esque. Like
Umbrella Academy.
Corporation.
Yeah, definitely. Umbrella Academy. One of the umbrellas. Wrong thing. And that comes out in August.
The first arc that I got is Unleashed, and it's the Wolfspring Chronicles, Book 1. And Caitlin McBride's life changed in an instant when her mother died. Uprooted from her California home, Caitlin was shipped to the middle of nowhere, Arkansas, to her only living relative, her grandfather. And now she has to start over in Wolf Springs, a tiny village in the Ozark Mountains. Like any small town, Wolf Springs has secrets, but the secrets hidden here are more sinister than Caitlin could ever imagine. It's a town with a history that reaches back centuries, spans continents, and conceals terrifying truths. And Caitlin McBride is about to change everything. Broken families, ageless grudges, forced alliances, and love that blooms in the darkest night. Welcome to Wolf Springs. And this is going to be Book 1, and this comes out November 22nd.
The next one is Dragon's Tooth by N.D. Wilson. This is the author of the 100 Covered series. This one is available August 23rd. This doesn't really give a synopsis what it's about, but I'll just read the back preview. Boy, you ever seen a lightning bug? The old man held out a glass cube. Frozen in the center was a heavy black beetle. Cyrus closed his fingers around the glass. Careful, she's hot, the old man said. Electricity shot up Cyrus' arm. He staggered backward and swung his arm down. Glass shattered on the asphalt as the beetle tumbled free. With a pop and a crackle, it launched, blue electric arcs trailing from the abdomen and flickering between its wings. Cyrus' feet began to tingle. He spun, asphalt tearing at the balls of his feet as he scrambled toward the motel. 10 strides, and he'd reached the front door. He jerked it open. Thunder knocked him forward. And that one's Dragon's Tooth. And I believe this is going to be in hardcover when it releases here for $16.99.
The next book we got is The Revisionists by Thomas Mullen. And Zed is an agent from the future, a place where all of the world's problems have been solved. No hunger, no war, no despair. His mission is to keep it that way, even if it means ensuring that every cataclysm throughout history runs its course, even one just on the horizon. Zed's mission will ensnare the lives of a disgraced former spy named Leo, a young lawyer, Tasha, grieving over the loss of her brother, Sari, an oppressed employee of a foreign diplomat, and countless others. But will he finish his final mission before the present takes precedence over perfect future, one that may have more cracks than he realizes? And this one comes out September 28th, and that's The Revisionist.
That's a really cool cover, I think.
It does have a cool cover. Check that out. Bam.
Bam cover. The next one is Machine Man by Max Berry. Also has a cool cover. And this one's going to come out August 9th. Scientist Charles Newman loses a leg in an industrial accident. It's not a tragedy. It's an opportunity. Charlie always thought his body could be better. His employer, military contractor, Better Future, has the resources. Charlie needs to explore a few ideas. He begins to build parts, better parts. Proclus, Lola Shanks admires a good artificial limb, and Charlie admires Lola. In Charlie, she sees a man on his way to becoming a artificial everything. Others see a madman. Others still a product. And Better Future sees a weapon of unparalleled potential. So that one is Machine Man.
Cool. And this one comes out August 9th, and it'll be available in paperback and ebook.
And it's going to possibly be a movie by the director of Black Swan,
Darren Aronofsky. And I don't know that this is the finished cover because I think I saw a different one online, but this is the one for the arc. And the next book we got is The Slayer Chronicles First Kill by Heather Brewer, the author of the Chronicles of the Vladimir Todd series. Joss McMillan's perfect life crashes down the night he witnesses his sister's murder at the hands of a vampire. He then finds out his family's secret heritage. They are part of the Slayer Society, a group whose mission is to rid the world of vampires. Joss is their new recruit. As Joss trains, bent on seeking revenge for his sister, he discovers powers that could make him the youngest, strongest Slayer in history. But there is a traitor in the society, one whose identity would shake Joss to the core if he isn't killed first. And the Chronicles of Vladimir Todd is a pretty well-known young adult series, and this takes place during the summer session, while the Vladimir Todd series takes place during the school session. So you can kind of read them back to back. And
She signed it, too. Wants me to stay fantastic.
Stay fantastic. And this comes out in September.
The next one I got is Crossed.
This is the sequel to Matched, which came out last year. Chasing down an uncertain future, Cassia makes her way to the outer provinces in pursuit of Kai, taken by the society to his certain death, only to find that he has escaped into the majestic but treacherous canyons. On this wild frontier are glimmers of a different life and the enthralling promise of rebellion. But even as Cassia sacrifices everything to reunite with Kai, ingenious surprises from Xander may change the game once again. And this is the sequel to Match yet again, and it's told from both Cassia and Kai's point of view, which I thought was interesting. The first book was from only Cassia's point of view, and then Kai was kidnapped at the beginning of the book, and I guess it's gonna have both their point of views in this one, and it switches up from chapter to chapter, so this should be pretty exciting. This comes out November 1st, and this is the cover that I don't really like.
Yeah, I don't like that cover.
It's a little weird. It's like it's trying to be, I don't want to say it's trying to be Hunger Games, but I think it kind of is, but it's kind of really badly photoshopped. But this is the finished cover, and that comes out November.
The next one we have is Dark Inside by Jane Roberts, and this one comes out 11/01/11. This book looks really cool. An ancient evil has been unleashed, and it is turning friends into murderous strangers. For those who survived the brutal earthquakes and the first wave of the killing, the world is a different, deadlier place. Society has fallen apart. No one can be trusted. For 4 teens struggling to stay alive in a world determined to kill them, it means all they have is one another, if they can trust one another, and the hope that their future holds something greater than mere survival. So that is Dark Inside. And if you're a gamer, this releases the same day as Uncharted 3
And Crossed.
So a lot of great releases that day
So
for
when you're waiting
books
in
and
line,
games.
pick up Crossed and Dark Inside.
Yep.
And the next book we got is Legend by Mary Lou. And this one is also signed.
Somewhere.
And born into an elite family in one of the Republic's wealthiest districts, 15-year-old June is a military prodigy committed to her country. Born into the slums of the Republic's Lake Sector, 15-year-old Day is the country's most wanted criminal. From different worlds, June and Day have no reason to cross paths, until the day June's brother, Medius, is murdered, and Day becomes the prime suspect. Now caught in the ultimate game of cat and mouse, Day is in a race for his family's survival, while June tries desperately to avenge Medius's death. But in a shocking turn of events, the two discover the truth of what has really brought them together and the sinister lengths to which their country will go to keep its secrets. And this is another book that's told from two people's point of views, told from Day and June's perspective. So if you want to kind of compare them, you could do Legend and Cross together.
Across the Universe by Beth Revis is like that too.
And this one, I believe, is also being made into a movie, and it comes out in November.
Sometime in November. The next one I got is The Space Between by Brenna Jovanoff, which she did the young adult book The Replacement, Really like this cover. Everything burns in pandemonium. A city in hell made of chrome and steel where there is no future and life is an expanse of frozen time. That's where Daphne lives. The daughter of a demon and a fallen angel, she wonders what lies in store for her. Will she become a soulless demon like her sisters, or follow in the footsteps of her brother Obie, whose life is devoted to saving lost souls on Earth? All she wants is to find a place where she belongs. When Obie saves a bleeding, broken boy named Truman from the brink of death and then suddenly goes missing, Daphne runs away to Earth to find him. But on Earth, everything is colder and more terrifying, and Daphne struggles between her demon instincts and her growing yet achingly unfamiliar feelings for Truman. As Daphne and Truman search for Obie, they must navigate the jealousies and alliances of the violent archangels who stand in their way. Daphne also discovers unexpectedly what it means to love and be in the human world, where human is the hardest thing to be. That is the space between.
And this comes out November as well. Next up is Werewolf. Love this cover. It's really cute.
I think this is going to be the final cover, because inside they have another one. This one's really cool.
In a kingdom torn apart by tyranny, one boy must take control of the power of lycanthropy, surging within him, and lead a nation. But in a world filled with enemy were-creatures, does he have what it takes to become a hero? Guess we'll find out. And it says superior to Aragon and pure fun.
Which isn't hard to do. They described it as kind of Game of Thrones for the kids,
For
so...
the younger audience. And it's supposed to have a bunch of were-creatures, like were-bears.
Were-sharks.
Were-sharks and were-possums. Probably not, but...
That'd be neat.
That'd be awesome.
The next one I got is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Lonnie Taylor. Yay. Cool cover. Yeah.
This one's supposed to be really fantastic. I've heard a lot of good things about this. I was really excited to get an arc for it and to be able to meet the author.
Yeah, I tried all weekend to get this one, so I was really excited. Around the world, black handprints are appearing on doorways, scorched there by winged strangers who have crept through the slit in the sky. In a dark and dusty shop, a double supply of human teeth grows dangerously low. In the entangled lanes of Prague, a young art student is about to be caught up in a brutal, otherworldly war. So, sounds really cool. Love this cover, too. And got tattoos. Pretty creepy.
And this comes out September. August.
Sorry. I'm sorry if I mispronounced a whole bunch of stuff, too. I'm still tired and lagging, so, I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
The next book we got is Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. After a lifetime without freedom, Juliet is finally discovering a strength to fight back for the first time and to find a future with the one boy she thought she'd lost forever. The one boy who might be her only hope. Juliet is fighting much more than a war. She's fighting herself for the right to be human and fighting the world for the right to be free. She's fighting for love, and she's learning to love to fight back. In Tahereh Mafi's electrifying debut, Shatter Me, a girl with superhuman powers is at the center of a power struggle in a desperate world full of pulse-pounding romance, intoxicating villainy, and choices that will define a future. And that's Shatter Me. And this is the working cover. I saw the cover at the booth, and I actually...
Looks cool.
It looks gorgeous, yeah. So this is just the working cover. Check out the real cover if you get the chance. And this also comes out in November. November 15th.
So, a lot of great stuff. So...
And this one was also signed.
After you're taking a break from Skyrim, you can read Shatter Me, because this comes out pretty soon after. And she did sign that, too. Seems cool.
So that's part one. Those were all the arcs that we got. And part two, we'll just go over the rest of the free books and then a couple books that we purchased as well. See ya.